Maybe coach, you just want to. I know Turtle's going to agree with this. You want to set the tempo for the night. You want to come out and let everybody know, look, we're here to play basketball. And the Tarpons did that, the JV guys, and it's like a 20-point victory at least, I believe.
30 something to something in the teens. Yeah, and yeah, 100% agree. I mean, that's exactly what the plan always is, man. You come in, you set the tone for the night, and you send a message. It's going to be one of those nights for whoever we facing across the court, and that's exactly what JV did. They came out, they dominated. They didn't show too much of their hand. They didn't do anything fancy or special. They just outplayed, out hustled, outworked, and set the tone for the away crowd that we're kind of making it like a home atmosphere because we're outnumbered. We're going to bring more noise, and that's where it starts with that JV game in front.
Well, they're announcing the starters here. What's the odds that this guy gets as excited as Dominic?
0. Won't even be close.
Alexa Rogers is the first South Lafourche starter announced, the freshman point guard doing some big things. Number 10, Estrella Rivera, the senior guard, glue player all over the floor. Number 15, Kira Summers. She was one of the leading scorers last night for South Lafourche against Ellender. Number 23, Nyla Lyons back in the starting lineup after the injury. One of the better players in the area. And then number 30, Claire Repstock. Inside and out. She can make the outside shots. She can get the rebounds. Does a little bit of everything for the Lady Tarpons. That's your home team starting lineup brought to you by Lady of the Sea.
And you were right. Coach Jenkins kind of tweaked the lineup from the last time we've seen him play.
Yep, they've been trying to figure out the 5 that works best for them.
And now let's meet your South Terrebonne Ladies.
Now we'll get the 5 for the Lady Gators of South Terrebonne. Riley Arsenault, number 1. She's a multi-year starter. We've seen a lot of her.
And she guards standing 5'2", number 3.
Kiriana Stokes, another player who's a multi-year starter here that we have called a lot of her games in her career. Number 13, Alea Fleming. For those wondering, yes, she is kin to the Chloe Fleming. Number 12, Sanaya Stokes. And rounding out the lineup is number 14, Makaya Verdon. So that is the starting lineup for the South Terrebonne Lady Gators. South Lafourche in the road blue with the silver trim. South Terrebonne in the home whites with the green trim. We're in the newly renovated swamp here on the campus of South Terrebonne.
Coach Darian Jenkins, head coach for the Lady Tarpons.
Doing a good job here with the Lady Tarpons. I know they battled some injuries. They're trying to get into that top 30, or top 28 rather, in Division I.
I remember Coach Jenkins, her first year coaching, she had like no home games. That was right after the COVID and the storm. She didn't have, the first 2 years weren't very normal.
We got the ball in the middle of the floor. It looks like we're going to have Stokes jumping against Lions. Mr. Taylor Bernard has the ball, and we'll be tossing it up in just a second. We expect this one to be a very evenly matched game and a very competitive game between two teams that have aspirations of making the postseason. Let's have some fun for the next 32 minutes. The Lady Tarpons control the tip, and they will get an Estrella Rivera layup that's no good, and it'll be knocked out of bounds. And Nyla might have kicked Estrella on the back end there. We'll check on her.
Nice set right there to try and get 2 points off the jump.
I don't know if that's the first time they tried that, but man, that's got to be something. If they've done it before, you got to see that on film and do that.
South Terrebonne coming hard against the pressure defense, and they will draw an early foul. Sanaya Stokes on the dribble drive. So they didn't seem too bothered by the pressure that time. They just dribbled straight through it, and we'll see if the Lady Tarpons could have a little more defensive resistance here. Building a wall in the paint. Stokes at the three-point line. Pass deflected out to Verdon into the paint. Back Stokes, and another foul will be called. So 2 Lady Tarpon fouls in the first 18 seconds of the game.
Stokes is very aggressive out there. Not a whole lot of wasted movement. She is moving with purpose, and she's either going to score or get fouled. I like the aggressiveness.
Marcy Chasson going to come in for South Lafourche right out of the gate. They're going to get Claire Epstock a breather.
Not a very good start, Lady Tarpons. They broke the pressure easy and got 2 quick fouls on them.
Now Fleming working to the top of the key. Stokes banked it in. That's a 3. But my goodness, what a start for South Terrebonne. Now they're bringing some pressure of their own. Rogers across midcourt, gets it to Chasson. She can make that shot. Was a little strong on that one. Rebound on the floor, and we have a push that'll be called on the rebound on the Gators. So a baseline out-of-bounds opportunity for South Lafourche.
I'm not sure who they called that on.
I wonder if both of the early fouls were on Repstock that she left the game.
I thought the first one was on Nyla.
Rivera is being defended. That was Summers who lost the dribble. Now it's on the floor. It's a rugby scrum, and the arrow points to South Terrebonne on the tie-up. Lady Tarpons just look a little out of control offensively early.
Yep, you said it. You took the words right out of my mouth. And look, South Terrebonne defense is excellent right now. They're diving on the floor. They're everywhere that the ball is, and Lady Tarpons gotta find a way to match that.
Pressure defense coming. South Lafourche is swarming it. They get it across midcourt, and the Lady Gators will throw it away. So South Lafourche forces a turnover. Both teams pressing one another. I think this will be a situation who could avoid foul trouble, who could make free throws. I think both teams might get into the bonus.
Lady Tarpons got to adjust their press defense to getting the ball back into the inbounder.
Summers gets it to Rogers. Rogers will feed it to Chasson into the basket. Now Rivera missed it. Nyla flying in for the rebound. Rivera, I thought she was going to pull the trigger. Chasson will shoot it. Strong. Rebound goes to the Gators. Fleming. South Terrebonne will come down the floor with a 3-0 lead. Stokes into the lane. A tough foul call. Not a tremendous amount of contact there, but they will call a foul. Let's see on whom. 1-5. That is Summers. Third foul of the quarter on South Lafourche. Lady Gators, they got them cooked, and they will draw another foul, and they're going to be in the bonus for the final 6:33 of the opening quarter, and I think that one might have been on Nyla. Let's see. Nope. 10. That's on Estrella Rivera.
And look, when you come on the road in a district game, you do not want to allow your opponent shooting foul shots for the final 6 minutes of the first quarter.
Absolutely not, man. That's a bad recipe right there. South Lafourche's got to look to make some adjustments and bounce back from that.
Free throw is no good by Micaiah Verdon. Let's see if the Lady Tarpons could box out, maybe get a rebound and come the other way here. Verdon's second shot is good.
It's 4-0.
So the Gators bringing some pressure. We saw this against Terrebonne Lions, kind of initiating the press break. They get it inside. Summers misses the layup. Now South Terrebonne coming the other way. Stokes. Long pass down the floor to Verdon. Now they get it for a 3. Stokes missed it. There's 2 Stokes on the floor, Cariana and Sanaya, and that one will go out of bounds to the Gators.
Jordan, what you think? The Lady Tarpons may have to get out that pressure in the bonus, with the Gators in the bonus.
Yep, that would be ideal right now. Just if you're going to keep trying to pressure the ball and you're not forcing them to play any faster than they need to, and they're still maintaining control and drawing fouls, it's time to get out of the press.
Lyons gets a steal and then draws a foul, so good hustle play by Nyla going to the floor. I think the foul's on Sanaya Stokes. And South Terrebonne will actually sag back their defense. So a couple of early fouls on them, have them dropping into half-court defense. Chasson will get it to Rivera. Lady Tarpons have had a couple of clean looks, but haven't yet converted. Rogers for a 3. No. Rebound goes to Lyons. Lyons will attempt a scoop shot and draw the foul. And that's going to be a big key, Coach, for South Terrebonne, is they got to keep Nyla off the glass. Already now 2 offensive rebounds in the evening.
Yeah, and that's one key with Nyla. If she can rebound the basketball and get to the foul line, that is going to help the Lady Tarpons out. But she has to stay out of foul trouble.
2 shots. Made the first. It's 4-1. We've seen 7 fouls in a little more than 2 minutes of action. We might be in for a very long game here between these two. Nyla makes them both. Both teams now out of their pressure. Stokes penetrates, gets it to Verdon. Got it. That's a good-looking shot there from the right baseline, and a timeout called by Darian Jenkins, a 30-second timeout. South Terrebonne coming out early and letting them know, hey, this is not the old Gators that used to be a rental win. They're showing why they've got 11 wins on the season.
Yeah, man, that right there that could be very detrimental to the confidence. That's a confidence killer. When you're on the road in a hostile district environment, and you know what? Even though we've outnumbered blue, the fans in green with our blue, they're loud. They're loud and proud out there. And if you're forced to call that first panic timeout on the road in a hostile environment, man, this is an absolute make or break timeout to set the tone for the rest of the game. You got to settle them down and remind them who they are, and we got to get back to our game plan and play basketball.
Yeah, and I think it was a good timeout by Coach Jenkins.
Just get everybody to settle down. It feels like the Lady Gators are out playing South Lafourche early, but it is only a 4-point game, so good chance to catch a breather. Rogers across midcourt, flying through, loses the dribble, but a foul will be called on whom? Blocking foul will be called on South Terrebonne. They are now over the limit.
Official pointed like he was going with a charge.
That's why I was confused.
Yeah, then he went to a block.
That's where I was a little confused. Rivera gets it to Chasson, overshoots the pass. This is going to be a layup opportunity for the Gators on the other end. They'll attempt it and score it as Fleming who scores it, and it's 8-2. Rogers to Chasson. Chasson being very closely guarded to Rivera, inside to Lyons. Lyons backs down, no, got it back, shoots up, draws the foul. So Nyla will shoot 2 more, and that's going to be, I think, the telltale. Can the Lady Gator post players avoid foul trouble with the bull in the China shop down there, down low, drawing fouls?
We're trying to mark fouls here. We can't see that.
This game is going to last a long time. We've already had 9 fouls, and we have not even played 3 minutes.
Waiting for the boys' game to start. Might be about 7:30.
Yes. Hemel will check into the game. Savoie will check into the game for the Lady Tarps. So South Lafourche going with a little bit of a smaller lineup, but I also think maybe a little bit of a quicker lineup. See if they could take advantage. Summers gets the rebound on the missed free throw. She's on the floor. It will be a tie-up. The arrow points to South Lafourche. That hustle play creates an extra possession.
Both teams just playing absolutely fearless out there, diving on the floor, getting physical. Love to see it.
Kaya Verdon checks into the game for the Gators for Makaya Verdon. We appreciate the Verdon for Verdon sub. Makes it easier on the play-by-play guy. Rogers to Summers. Now Hemel trying to get it inside. Savoie instead will fire one up. No good. Rebound goes to the Gators. The Tarpons don't want to foul on those rebounds. You're putting them on the free throw line if you do. Just under 5 minutes to go. Stokes attacks and will throw it away. Good defense there, contesting and protecting the rim by Nyla Lyons. So 4:49 to go in the opening quarter. South Lafourche down 5, but will have the basketball. And the Gators are getting in their pressure again. A little surprising. They're in the bonus as well now, but they do generate a steal. Stokes feeds it inside, blocked away. Stokes has it back. Get it into the paint. Now Sanaya Stokes feeding it to the paint. Verdon will draw the foul and will shoot 2. So Kaya Verdon will shoot 2 shots.
I believe that's on Summers, the foul.
I know she's got 1 at least. It'll be a test of depth in this game because we're going to see a lot of foul trouble. And the Lady Tarpons are about ready to get Maddie Vega into the game. Verdon misses the free throw. Turtle, one of your tips was free throw shooting. I think that is very profound, my friend, because we're going to see a lot of free throws in this game.
Oh, yeah. Already a ton of whistles, a ton of fouls, both teams in the bonus already, man. Going to be a lot of time visited at the line.
Missed them both. Rebound goes to Lyons. Pushing it down the floor, Rogers. Rogers on the right side of the court. Gets it. Stolen away. Here comes South Terrebonne. They have numbers. Stokes at the rim. Shoots up. Draws the foul. That is going to be Fleming. Alea Fleming shooting 2.
11.
That is on Savoie. Coach Jenkins giving some direction to Alexa Rogers, trying to get her to settle down. Lady Gators shooting 2 more. And another miss.
Now sitting back here, not coaching, kind of as a fan, I love the new foul rule now.
Yep, because if not, we would be in for a really long first half. Yep, glad that it resets for that second quarter as they do split them at the line. Lions throws to Savoie across the timeline. Savoie being very closely guarded, tips it to Lions, who attacks the lane, and a blocking foul will be called. Nyla Lions will shoot 2 more.
Yeah, good call.
Good take by Nyla. Anticipating that someone was waiting for her to take a charge, she avoided the square contact and just attacked the outside hip just enough to make sure there was a whistle, but not a good enough to draw the charge. Excellent play by her.
So Lions, I believe, has all 3 of South Lucia's points at the line. Missed that one. Trying to get to 4. You got to be careful on all these box outs, and you don't want to commit 2 fouls with free throws both ways. She missed them both. Rebound goes to Hemel, flying in, shoots it up. No. Rebound goes to Lions. Lions backs down in the lane. No. Rebound goes to Savoie. Taps it back to Lions at the rim. Missed it. Rebound back tap to Rogers. Boy, a lot of misses at the rim for South Lafourche. Now Savoie getting it to Hemel. Hemel to Rogers. Into Lions. Lions backs down. Shoots it up. No. Fighting for the rebound as Hemel shoots it up. No. Lions has it again. Poked away, and it's knocked out of bounds. 5 or 6 shots so far for the Lady Tarpons on this possession, all of them in the lane, and they have not been able to get their first field goal. Savoie to Rogers for a 3. Nope. Rebound goes to South Terrebonne. Stokes pushing down the floor all the way through into the body of Lions. Shoots up. No. Rebound goes to Hemel. Here come the Lady Tarpons. 3:30 to go in the opening quarter. 9-3 Gators. Rogers to Savoie. Savoie back to Hemel on the left side of the floor. Back to Rogers inside to Nyla. Bags down, gets it to Savoie. Now Vega, she's a shooter now. Missed that one. Rebound goes tapped to the Gators. Verdon has it in trouble. Gets it to Stokes. South Terrebonne comes the other way. Left to right on your radio dial. Stokes into the paint. Shoots it up. No. Rebound goes to Hemel, and she's fouled, and she'll go shoot free throws on the other end of the floor.
Yes, good call.
So, Turtle, the Tarpons are getting every shot they want. I mean, paint shot after paint shot, just not scoring them right now. If I'm Coach Jenkins, I'm disappointed we're losing 9-3, but boy, your shot chart looks probably how you want it to look right now.
Oh, yeah, you got to be pleased with the fact that they're creating their own opportunities, getting second, third, fourth, fifth chances off of offensive rebounds on the offensive end, man. Sorry for repeating myself. It's been a while since we've done this. but no, man, you got to be pleased with the effort. You got to be pleased with them setting themselves up. And, those are going to fall. Those are going to come to you. Just keep the effort up, and the scoreboard's going to take care of itself.
Lady Gators are getting good shots near the rim. They're not missing. They're not making it.
Hemel made the first. The second is also good, and it's down to a 4-point game, 9-5. Arsenault coming the other way for South Terrebonne. Inside of 3 minutes in the opening quarter. Getting a screen. Working it to the right side. Gets it into the paint. Stokes. And will nearly throw it away. They're fighting on the floor. We have another jump ball. The arrow points to South Terrebonne. So 2:45 to go. The Gators will have a baseline out of bounds opportunity. Let's see if Coach Jenkins trying to direct traffic on her defense. See if they could plug up any holes here. To Fleming, now Stokes, top of the key. Working it to the right side. Kiriana Stokes, and a travel.
What time they call it?
Yeah, Coach Kale has been clamoring for that. Kind of some happy feet once they catch the ball a little bit.
Yeah.
A little surprised South Terrebonne staying in this pressure with all the foul issues, but they are still in it. Nyla draws another foul, and she will go shoot 2 more. So Lions will shoot how many free throws so far? This will be 7 and 8 of the first quarter with 2:32 still to go in the first quarter. And she missed it. just not quite back into that basketball form all the way yet after the injury. I know she's been back for a couple weeks, but it's just not the sharp nine lines that we're used to. She missed that one, and then Hemel gets the rebound as it's stolen away by Stokes, and then commits a foul. A little bit of a frustration foul there. And 2 shots coming for the Gators. It could be as simple as which team gets hot and makes 9 out of 10 in a row at the line that could decide this one because all the free throws are being shot.
Repstock has to have 2.
I would believe so, yeah, as that one's no good.
I think she grabbed those first 2 fouls right off the bat in the first minute. That's why she sat right away.
Stokes had a hot early start, makes that one, and it's 10-5. The Gators have doubled them up early. Hemel to Lyons in the middle of the floor, across the timeline, throws it away. Rogers tried to save it. It looked like the ball kind of slipped out of Nyla's hands.
You know, a bad habit the Lady Tarpons have right now. Count how many players, one dribble, pick it up. One dribble, pick it up.
Stokes getting it to, I would assume, sister, Cariana Stokes, and she loses it out of bounds into the Lady Tarpon bench. It'll go over to South Lafourche. Vega to Rogers. Rogers to the middle of the floor. Hemel. Now Vega. Again, she is a shooter. Missed that one. Rebound goes out of bounds to South Lafourche. So at 1:56 to go in the opening quarter, an opportunity for the Lady Tarpons to maybe draw something up. Rogers gets it to Hemel. Hemel looked inside. They had it bottled up. She'll shoot the mid-range. No. Rebound goes to Verdon. Alligators will come the other way. Arsenault across the timeline. Waiting on the screen, goes opposite the screen, gets it to Fleming. Back to Arsenault, and she'll lose it out of bounds. South Terrebonne's getting themselves trapped into the corner a lot. That's something that plays right into the hands of the Lady Tarpons. Now here comes the South Lafourche attack. Hemel on the right side of the floor into Lyons. Back to Hemel. Thought about the shot. Now she'll fire it up. No, rebound goes out of bounds to the Gators. Not a terrible look, but couldn't convert.
You see the key thing here, South Terrebonne is sticking in that 2-2-1 press, and even though they may not be stealing the ball every time, they're forcing the Lady Tarps to be uncomfortable, and they taking, frankly, bad shots. I mean, they're not stopping, setting up an offense. They're not thinking about anything. They're just throwing up the first open opportunity, and that's what the press is there for. It's working.
Stokes misses the first shot here and been an offensive rebound to Fleming, who draws a foul. And now she will shoot 2. That'll be a Leia Fleming. This is going to be one of those where at the half we're going to have to go get a picture of the scorebook just to see the foul situation, because I'm sure both teams have them piled up quite a bit. Fleming's free throw is no good.
Right now, I got Rivera with 2, Summers with 2 for the Lady Tarpons, and possibly Repstock with 2. I thought the first one was on Lyons, but maybe not.
Missed them both. Rebound goes to Rivera, but as it pulled away by Verdon, blocked by Lyons. Second chance and one. So good hustle play by Fleming, scores it, and it's 12-5. Just outworking them that time. And that foul's on Alea Salva, which should be her second.
Yes, it is.
Rivera is going to check out of the game. Chasson will check into the game. One shot coming for Sanaya Stokes. And she missed it. Rebound goes to the Gators. Stokes, second straight offensive rebound on a missed free throw, leads to a 3-0. Offensive rebound again. Finally, the Lady Tarpons control with Vega. They got him beat down the floor. Rogers in transition at the rim, lays it up and in. I think that's the first field goal of the game for South Lafourche. Comes inside of a minute, 12-7. Arsenault picks up the dribble, reversing it inside to Stokes. Shoots it up, draws the foul. So Cariana Stokes will shoot 2. But this Gator team is way more athletic than they've been in years past, putting a lot of pressure on the South Lafourche defense.
Yeah, and man, they're really smart. They get into the right spots. They're putting themselves in perfect situations. Look, I don't know if it's coincidental or not, but how about this? Alexa Rogers just smokes, from the Gators' point of view. Alexa Rogers just smokes us on a fast break layup. What I'm going to do next, I'm going to attack her and go straight to the basket and force a whistle and try to kill that confidence. Exactly what what's number 3, Kiriana Stokes does.
Missed them both at the line. Rebound goes to Lions. Lady Tarpons pushing it. Rogers got him beat again. Down the floor, she's fouled, shoving the back. So at 31.4 to go in the opening quarter, the freshman point guard will be shooting.
That should be Fleming's second foul.
And a sub is already at the table. This one's going to be a battle of attrition. Which team starters could stay out there? We have seen, I know the board stopped marking them at 5, but both of these teams would be in the double bonus if we were the rules.
And who can make foul shots?
Right now, the answer is neither. Rogers missed that one. That's why we pay you the big bucks, good sir. Rogers will attempt the second. She made that one, and it's 12-8. 30 seconds to go in a first quarter that has seen a lot of free throws and a lot of fouls. Lady Tarpons sagged their defense back. Stokes on the left side. Now Fleming attacks baseline. Mid-range shot, no. Rebound goes to Chasson. Chasson dribbles it off the foot of a defender, but it gets to Lions. 14 seconds to go. Lions getting it to Rogers. Now Vega with a three-point try. No. Rebound goes to the Gators. Verdon. South Terrebonne, are they aware of the clock? They're across the timeline at 3. Stokes at the buzzer. No. And that'll be the end of the first quarter with our score. South Terrebonne 12, South Lafourche 8. We'll be back in 1 minute. The Gators lead by 4 after a wild first quarter here on the Tarpon Sports Radio Network.
Free throws, Tarpons 6 of 12 in the first quarter. Gators 3 of 13.
3 of 13. Goodness. That's how you let a road team hang around. It's 12-8 after 1. South Lafourche will possess first. Vega will get it into Rogers. And we play on. Fouls did reset, so neither team in the bonus anymore. Rogers with a 3. Oh, in and out. Lions gets the rebound. Power dribble. Shoots it up. No. Rebound goes to Rogers with the floater. Yeah, buddy. Offensive rebound and score for Alexa Rogers.
Touching the lane on the offensive rebound. Beautiful finish.
2-point game. Stokes gets it into the other Stokes, and Maya loses it to Chasson. Chasson pushing it down the floor for the Lady Tarps, and she loses it out of bounds. That's one where Marcy needs to slow down, get across the timeline, and maybe try to find a guard.
Yeah, the Gator defense is forcing the Lady Tarpons to play fast. Lady Tarpons going to have to do a better job of stop pushing the ball down the floor.
Yep, don't be in such a rush. Laperouse, who's just checked into the game, gets it to Sanaya Stokes. A lot of traffic around her. Back to Laperouse for a mid-range. No. Rebound goes on the weak side to Stokes for a mid-range pull-up. No. Rebound goes to Rogers. South Lafourche looking to push. Alexa Rogers in transition on the right. Loses it. On the floor, Vega's tied up, and the arrow points to South Terrebonne. Turtle, you have coined and probably copyrighted the phrase, it's a press break, not a fast break. Lady Tarpons are trying to do a whole lot of fast breaking right now.
Yeah, man. Just settle down, get across half court. Now, don't get yourself caught in a trap. All we got to do is break it. We don't have to turn it into an emergency. That's what the Lady Tarps need to adjust here.
2-point game, South Terrebonne in front. Stokes. The right side of the floor, gets it to Lafourche. That's short. Rebound goes to the floor, and Cammie Pete, who's checked in, has it.
Good box out by Petrie.
Alliance with a head of steam, dribbling through the pressure. Feeds it inside to Vega. Scoop shot should draw the foul. So good job there. Nyla initiates the offense, and Maddie Vega will go shoot 2.
Watch the Lady Tarpons. When they get a rebound, whoever gets the rebound, they're getting the ball, and where they dribbling? Straight down the middle of the floor. Where the defense runs back to get on defense? The middle of the floor.
Right.
They have to get an outlet pass if they want to push the ball.
Vega's free throw is well off the mark. We want to thank State Bank and Trust Company Bank, you can count on, member FDIC. Thibodeau Regional Health System, a leader in bringing the latest and best technology to our region. And Rev, the official internet service provider for KLEV streaming, as the Lady Tarpons missed 2 more at the line. Stokes in transition, loses it, and here come the Lady Tarpons. Got to beat down the floor. Rogers at the rim by herself, lays it up and in, and we're tied 12 apiece. Second time Alexa Rogers gets the old pick 6, as they would say. Now the Gators, Lafourche in the right corner, trapped, loses it out of bounds, but it's deflected. The one thing I will say, and this is just an early observation, it looks like the Lady Tarpon reserves are maybe a little more skilled than the Lady Gators. Maybe depth could become a factor here. Lafourche, one of those reserves, loses the dribble again. Here come the Lady Tarpons. Chasson coming down the floor with her eyes up, and she double dribbled.
Each team 3 turnovers here in the second quarter.
5:58 to go. Arsenault coming across the timeline. Get it into the corner. Now Stokes has it. Into the lane. That should be on the floor, and it is. The foul on the floor. Just the first team foul. Number 14, Micaiah Verdon. We've seen a little bit of her. She'll check into the game now.
Everybody's lining up for a free throw attempt. They're so used to going to the foul line.
Summers will check back into the game for South Lafourche. So another opportunity for the Gators. Oh, nearly stolen by Rogers, but also nearly a foul on Rogers. Fortunately, wasn't called. Stokes, they get it to Arsenault. She is a shooter. Missed that one. Rebound goes over the back.
Good call. Good boxing out right there by Summers.
Chuck, we're told that our YouTube audio is out right now. Our YouTube audio is out right now. Just heads up. We were on mute. Now we're back. That one's knocked out of bounds to the Lady Tarpons. Good to know that people are watching. Hope everybody's enjoying their night. Yep. Summers in a tie ball game, 12-12. Rogers on the left side of the floor. Gets it to Lyons in the middle. Lyons attacks with a head of steam. No, rebound goes to the Gators. And they'll push down the floor, Arsenault. Both teams have done a better job this quarter of avoiding the foul situation. Verdon gets away with a, nope, doesn't get away with a walk. Taylor, what was that? Yes. That's right. You have to make a graphic for that when the Tarpons play Assumption. Rogers across the timeline to Chasson, mid-range, no. Rebound goes to Summers. Summers has it pulled away by Arsenault. Gators coming in transition. Fleming tries to feed it inside. It ricochets to Arsenault, who shoots a tough shot. No, rebound goes to the floor. South Terrebonne has it. Back in Arsenault's hands. Work it to the right side. That's Verdon. A tough shot. No, rebound goes to Kaya Verdon, and she draws the foul. Fellas, if I were coaching either of these teams right now, the message would be the same. We don't have to be in such a rush to get up a shot. A lot of these teams, both of these teams are shooting some bad shots right now.
They are playing with beyond a sense of urgency. It is chaos on both ends. I don't know what the emergency is.
Well, with the Lady Tarpons right now, there should be 0 times down the floor that Nyla Lyons does not touch the ball. And that, a few times, that's what they get it into.
Verdon makes 1 of 2. The Lady Gators go back in front 13-12. Setting up the pressure. Rogers is fouled. That'll be the 3rd team foul with 4:43 to go in the second. And a sub will check into the game. This will be Sanaya Stokes, who Coach Kale has with one foul unofficially. We'll have to make a trip down at the half and get an update on all that. Cami Pete thought about the shot, gets it to Summers, inside to Lyons in the paint. Nyla will shoot it in traffic. No, fighting for her miss. Rebound goes to the Gators. Stokes, long pass down the floor. Got him beat, but missed the layup. Here come the Lady Tarpons now. Rogers in transition, deflected to Summers at the rim. Yeah, buddy. The Lady Tarpons have taken the lead. It's 14-13.
Good find, good feed, good finish.
I think it's the first lead of the game for South Lafourche. Stokes to the right side of the floor, nearly throws it away. In Verdon's hands now. Stokes has it again. 4 minutes to go. To the left side to Kiriana Stokes. Now Sanaya has it deflected. It ricochets out for a three-point try. That's no good. Fleming, put back by Stokes, is up and good. Now Tarpons coming against the pressure. Rogers on the right wing. Long reverse pass, overshot Summers, who was on the left block, but just overthrew the pass.
Yeah, the idea was right.
Execution, not so much.
Yeah.
Lady Tarpons have backed out of their pressure. Arsenault will walk it across midcourt. Being guarded by Rogers, gets it to the right side to Stokes, into Arsenault, missed it. Rebound goes to Summers. Rogers got him beat down the floor. One-on-one, just tripped. Yep, tripped up by Fleming, and if Brian's numbers are right, that'll be the fourth foul on Alea Fleming. Put the fours up.
It ain't the fourth quarter.
I'm telling you, it's going to be tough for both of these teams to keep all of their rotation players. The second quarter's lightened up a little bit, but it has been a foul fest. Rogers inside the lines, deflected and stolen. A Chasson fighting on the floor for the loose ball, but Arsenault comes away with it. Arsenault reverse pass to Stokes. And back to Arsenault, loses it momentarily, saves it. Good save to Lafourche. Lyons guarding her, knocks it away, and here comes South Lafourche. Rogers will slow it down, get it to Lyons, and then they'll run some half-court offense. Lady Tarpons down by one. Chasson with a mid-range. Nope. Rebound goes to South Terrebonne. Good block out on Lyons. 2:45 to go in the second quarter. Three-point try. Stokes is an air ball. Rebound goes to the floor, and it'll be tied up. The arrow points to South Lafourche. This is a game being a timeout called by South Terrebonne. Fellas, this is a game that's being played like there's a shot clock when there's not. It feels like both of these teams are in such a rush.
Yeah, I want to go downstairs and check, see if the ball's hot or something, if it's burning their hands. It's way too fast. They're out of control. And look, there's no secret that when you play out of control like this, the officials are going to let a lot of things go. I don't know why, but that's the way it works out. So if the tempo is up like this, you got to be strong inside to finish your shot.
Toto, what are you seeing?
I'm seeing the same thing y'all are, and that shot clock, it ain't a 24-second one either. It's a 12-second shot clock that they're playing with. Man, it's, again, just absolutely chaotic. But just now we finally saw Alexa Rogers cross half court. She realized it's turned into a 1-on-3, and she slowed down. She pulled it back. And then it was one pass and shoot. Like, we're back to the emergency. Like, man, slow down. I don't mean to sound like we're criticizing the girls. I mean, they're out there playing their hearts out.
No, we're just.
But man, it's like we don't need to be in a rush. We don't need to be playing like it's an emergency. We could have milked that last minute and swung the ball 2 times and got a layup. But I don't know, man. I'm seeing chaos out there.
Well, here's the thing, fellas. The way this game's going, if you possess the ball for 30 seconds, they're going to foul you. And now you're in the bonus. So, like, yeah, go shoot some free throws, man. Out of the timeout, Cami Petrie has it. Freshman guard gets it to Rogers. It's deflected out of bounds. It'll stay with South Lafourche. 2:32 to go in the opening half. The official pointed to South Lafourche, but I think she just pointed the wrong way. They're giving it to the Gators.
No. She gave it to the dog. Yes.
Yeah, it is blue ball. The ladies in blue were not aware that it was their ball.
No one from the Gator bench is arguing, so we just must not know.
Well, South Terrebonne gets it right back, and Summers commits a foul to be the third foul of the quarter on South.
That's 3 on Summers.
If we keep going on this foul routine, this is going to be one of those comical finishes. We're going to be playing like 3 on 4 for the last 2 minutes of the game. Everyone's going to foul out.
There's going to be some big-time pieces that are going to struggle to finish this one. Stokes to Arsenault. And to Lafourche. They work it to the right side of the floor.
Oh.
Nyla shoved. No doubt about that one. That's the fourth foul. Sanaya Stokes got a little push from Lyons. We don't think Lyons is in foul trouble, but she certainly got one there.
Connie, see if she holds up a 2 towards the bench. She doesn't seem to be bothered by Nyla's foul.
There was one earlier that we thought may have been hers, but I think that was Claire Repstock who got that one. Arsenault shoots an air ball and a 3. That'll go out of bounds to South Lafourche. 2:06 to go in the opening half. South Lafourche trying to retake the lead. Both teams now over the limit. Repstock was checked back in, gets it to Rivera in the middle of the floor. Long pass to Petrie. Has it stolen, but she's out of bounds. Yes, good call by Taylor Bernard. Kaya Verdon was definitely standing out of bounds.
Go back and watch the game later. I'm pretty sure Lyons had that foul.
Will they change it at halftime? We've seen that before this year. Repstock with the 3. There's a blue boot bomb. We told you in the pregame, inside and out, she can make plays, and the Lady Tarpons have their biggest lead. Stokes coming back with a head of steam. Kicks it to Cariana Stokes for the answer. Oh, 2 straight 3s in a row. It's 18-17.
Got away with a horrible travel right before.
1:35 to go. Rogers on the right side. Gets it to Petrie. Petrie back to Rogers. Into Lyons. Lyons backs down, kicks out to Rivera. Another shooter. Missed that one. Rebound goes to the Gators. Stokes. Got to stop the ball. She's dangerous with it. Coming in transition.
Oh, I'd get it back corner.
Arsenault for a 3. No, and that will go out of bounds to South Lafourche. Good try to draw the foul by Verdon.
Oh, they had Stokes open in the corner.
1:09 to go in the opening half. Lady Tarpons down by a point. Petrie coming down the baseline across the timeline. Tries to reverse it to Repstock, but Rogers will cut it off. Rogers will attempt the blue boot bomb. No. Rebound goes to the Gators. They'll push it. Stokes doesn't have numbers. Inside of a minute to go. Arsenault reversing it to Lafourche. She fires one up. No. Rebound goes to Rivera. Like I'm watching a Suns game when Steve Nash was there. Back and forth we go. Rogers to the middle. Repstock gets it to Lyons on the block. Lyons backs down. She's doubled. Still gets inside and scores it. That's just a very strong move by a really good player there. 30 more seconds of defense. Both teams are over the limit. Any foul will be free throws. Stokes on the right side of the floor. Splits the defenders, gets it to Verdon, blocked. Oh, and a foul called on Nyla Lyons. So that'll put South Terrebonne at the line. And Coach Jenkins is telling Nyla that's her 3rd. So I do think she has now 3 fouls. $16 seconds to go. Free throw is good from Kaya Verdon. We're tied 19 all. Nyla has to be very careful on this rebound here. Made both free throws. It's 20-19. There's 16 seconds to go. Rogers gets it to Rivera at the rim. She lays it in. But now you got to play defense for one more possession. I'd be going right at 23 here. Arsenault on the left side. Long reverse pass to Lafourche. Overshoots it. There's 0.9 to go in the half. And South Lafourche is going to take a lead into the lockers. They'll inbound it to Rogers. Nope, they'll inbound it to Repstock from half court. No good. And our score after one half, it's South Lafourche 21, South Terrebonne 20. Luke, let's take a 3-minute break. When we get back, we'll give you our halftime report after a wild first half here from Berg on the Tarpon Sports Radio Network.
and not pressure. But the Lady Tarpons, again, I'm going to harp on this where if you want to run, fine. Just get an outlet pass where you can dribble more freely down the court, and the angle is going to be there to hit someone else running the middle of the floor for the layup.
South Terrebonne now going right to left on your radio dial. South Lafourche now going left to right. We play on. Arsenault will have the basketball first. 1 point game in the third quarter. Second quarter flowed way more freely than the first. We hope the same for the second half. Laperouse gets it to the middle. Verdon gets it out to Cariana Stokes. Now to Laperouse. Or excuse me, that's Sanaya Stokes has it deflected out of bounds to stay with the Gators.
Good defense there from the Lady Tarpons to start this quarter.
South Terrebonne, little unconventional with their baseline out of bounds. They send a lot of their players behind the three-point line. They get it to Laperouse. Now Arsenault, top of the key. She is a shooter. Missed that one. Rebound goes to Repstock. Here come the Lady Tarpons trying to add to their lead. Rogers all the way through. Gets it to the trailing Petrie. No. Rebound tapped, and Cammie caught it out of bounds. But again, good lanes running the floor that time. Good spacing, just didn't convert the layup. Now South Terrebonne as Lady Tarpons drop out of their pressure. Summers has the 3 foul. She's not on the floor right now, so no one for the Lady Tarpons as Rogers gets a steal. No one is in imminent danger on the floor for South Lafourche. Rogers to the corner. Rivera into Lyons. Lyons, look at the traffic she generates. She lays it up and in. Says traffic this. He scores it at the rim.
Yep, good post move.
And it is a 3-point game. Stokes to Laperouse. Getting into Cariana Stokes. Splits the defenders, feeds it inside to Verdon. Can't catch the pass. Being guarded by Repstock. Oh, my goodness.
That hit the top.
Hit the top of the backboard and splashed in. Back to a 1-point game.
Which is legal.
Yep. Lyons to Rogers. To Rivera. Working around the Petrie. Shoots a three-pointer. Nope. Rebound goes to Rivera. She can make that little mid-range shot. No. Rebound to Repstock. And no. Lyons will have it. No. Lyons now backs down. Bull in a China shop. Called for an offensive foul.
Yeah, you seen that coming.
I thought there was a little contact on the first couple of layup attempts and maybe a little frustration from Nyla. Now she does have 3 fouls.
No, I disagree with you. There was a lot of contact.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. That was frustration.
1-point game. We'll see if the Lady Gators could retake the lead as the pendulum swings back and forth. Cariana Stokes gets into the lane, throws it up, stolen, and an offensive foul called. I think Claire Repstock took a charge.
Yeah, sure did.
I was looking at the ball. I didn't see it. Claire took the charge. She's really good at doing that. Now a turnover, and South Terrebonne will bring the pressure now.
Stokes.
I believe that's her first. Oh, no, I missed it. What you said earlier. It might be her second.
Okay, we'll check on it. Rogers tries to get it inside to Repstock. It's deflected away. It'd be 3. There's been a couple of times today that neither team knows who's got the ball. That is her first. Repstock gets it to Rogers. Now Rivera with a mid-range. No. Rebound goes to the Gators.
Nice box out.
Yeah, they're doing a better job now keeping Nyla off the offensive glass. Stokes feeding it to Soraya Stokes. Missed it. Rebound goes to Repstock.
Good defense from Repstock.
Oh, Laperouse gets it and makes it. And the bank shot, the Lady Tarpons turn it over on the pass. And South Terrebonne up by a point. Rivera to Rogers across the timeline to Repstock. She is a good shooter. Missed that one. Rebound to Rivera, which got thrown to the floor. No call. Rebound goes to Petrie. Now to Lyons. Lyons on the block. Shoots it up. No. Rebound tapped out of bounds to South Terrebonne.
Lyons, really aggressive, really athletic. As soon as her feet hit the floor, she bounces up for that offensive rebound. Man, that worries me for a cheap over the back call at some point in this game. She's got to be careful of that.
Yep. 1-point Gator lead. Stokes. Long reverse pass to Verdon on the block. A foul will be called on Claire Repstock. That'll be her third.
Yeah, that time Claire just got caught and closing out. Good job by the Gator and play to draw that foul.
24-23 the score. South Terrebonne looking to get it in bounds. Laperouse gets it into Cariana Stokes. Gets it to Sanaya Stokes. Now Arsenault in the corner. Fires one up. No. Rebound goes to the Gators. Sanaya Stokes trying to attack line. She just clean takes it away, but then loses it. Laperouse will get it out to Stokes. Foot on the line, mid-range. No. Rebound goes to Repstock. Now Lions. Got him beat down the floor. Can Hemel chase it down? It's going to be knocked out of bounds off of Hemel. Never quite corralled it. And again, just everything, just kind of a rush.
Fast. Yeah, too fast.
Sanaya Stokes, really good player for South Terrebonne. Working on Rogers, gets it to Kaya Verdon. It's stolen away. 2-1-0. Rogers at the rim, lays it up, and the Lady Tarpons have retaken the lead.
About 2 or 3 more of those from Alexa Rogers to really take the air out of the ball, and those from South Terrebonne.
And you wonder if legs will be a factor, because I got to tell you, the Lady Gators are looking kind of winded out there right now. As Laperouse attempts a corner 3, air ball, rebound goes to Arsenault, no. Rebound the Lions, gets it to Hemel. They've got him beat down the floor again, Rogers. And she's fouled before she'll try to get it to Repstock. That foul is on 12. Sanaya Stokes, that'll be her second. Only the second team foul. 3, according to, Turtle says that's 3. That's a big call. And probably the best player both ways. Stokes and Lions both have 3. Rogers into Lions, out to Repstock for a 3. Splash! There's a blue bomb.
Good offense there. Inside, out, wide open 3 from Repstock.
Biggest lead of the game for South Lafourche. It's a 4-point game. Stokes on the inside. Lions trying to pry it away. We have a tie-up. The arrow points to South Lafourche. We had all this energy from South Terrebonne early. I don't like their body language right now. I think the Lady Tarpons are a bucket away from forcing a timeout. They get a steal instead on the press break. Now they'll come the other way. Stokes to Laperouse at the rim will lay it up. And good. Well, that's a good way to throw some water on the fire. And then a steal on the inbounds, but it's deflected out of bounds. Stay with South Lafourche. Maddie Vega will check into the game for the Lady Tarpons. And Caroline Hemel will take a break.
It could be an emergency, but the Tarps got to answer here to make sure that South Terrebonne doesn't get any confidence back.
Yep. Rogers gets it to Vega. Now Repstock, who's had the hot hand, to Lyons. She shoots a mid-range off the glass. Smooth. The bank staying open late on a Friday. It's 30-26. Across the timeline, Sanaya Stokes gets it to Samaya Stokes. Or Cariana Stokes, rather. A 3-pointer. No. Rebound goes to the floor. Laperouse has it just taken away by Line. Long pass down the floor. Rogers, 2-1. Reverses to Vega. Missed it. Rebound goes to Vega somehow, but she's out of bounds. She didn't reestablish. Good call by the officials. Boy, just those little things. Youth. A lot of 9th graders, 10th graders out there. They're going to get it, but boy, that's tough. And the Gators will walk down the floor. 2:40 to go in the third. South Lafourche by 4. Arsenault with a contested 3. Missed it. Rebound goes to Verdon. Verdon to Cariana. Stokes got the mid-range. Second chance opportunity for South Terrebonne. It's a 2-point game. Rogers dribbling across the timeline, up in the air to Petrie. Now Vega with a 3. No. Rebound goes to Verdon. Nyla's going to tie it up. The arrow points to South Terrebonne. But boy, she's got to be careful with the 3 fouls.
Yeah.
You said it, man. Look, you love that she plays super aggressive. But got to be careful in those situations. Very fortunate that she didn't get a cheap one there.
2:10 to go in the third. Laperouse to Verdon on the high post. Verdon closely guarded, gets it to Stokes. Stokes on the baseline will shoot a 3. No, rebound goes to Repstock, flying in. Loses it, trying to get it to a guard. She'll throw it long to Petrie. Lady Tarpons in transition. Cammie will pull it out. Good decision.
Very good. Nice job by Petrie.
Rogers Into Lions. Oh, she lost it off her foot, but Lady Tarpons get it back. Rogers to Repstock. Now Vega to Rogers for a three. No, rebound goes to South Terrebonne. Lady Tarpons are being very physical, and we have, is that out of bounds or a foul?
I think Petrie was out of bounds and touched the ball.
Yep, that's going to be the call. The Gator fans are frustrated, though. They thought that was the fourth foul on Nyla Lyon.
That's got to be something there.
They get it to Cariana Stokes to cutting Arsenault, and that's an offensive foul. Repstock takes the charge again. That is the third team foul. Claire is always willing to sacrifice her body, does an excellent job there.
Talk about a smart player who knows where the important spots are, puts herself right where she needs to be, and takes one for the team. Excellent job by Repstock.
Long pass. Rogers trying to save it. She does keep it in play to Repstock. Now Nyla at the rim. A collision. And one! Basket in the foul. Nyla Lions. It was a collision between she and Verdon, and Nyla Lions won that collision. And the Lady Tarpons lead 32-28. That's not the young lady I want to be colliding head on with.
Absolutely not.
Got that boxer blood.
Now, unfortunate for Verdon, she was running and Nyla ran right into it. That was a great call by the official and a strong finish by Nyla.
That was a collision. That would have been, what was it, Monday Night Football? Used to be jacked up.
Do we have a tie-up on the rebound? Nyla dives on the floor. The arrow points to South Lafourche. So the Lady Tarpons will keep it. 1:04 to go. Vega will inbound. Lady Tarpons in a stack alignment. I think there's some perspiration on the floor. Get that situated. Good hustle, Riley Arsenault. She's getting that taken care of. The Gators are over the limit. Every foul in the final 1:04 would put South Lafourche on the line. The Lady Tarpons do have a couple fouls to give. Repstock, oh, that's the wrong one to leave. Three-pointer. There's a foul going the other way. And I think Nyla just... Nope, they didn't get her. They did call an offensive foul on the rebound, but it is on...
5, Johnny Dufresne.
Dufresne who just checked into the game. So South Terrebonne will come the other way. We saw Dufresne play a little bit the other night against Letcher. Arsenault getting into the middle of the floor. Stokes working around the horn. Back to Stokes. Mid-range shot, no. Rebound goes to Lions. Lions will dribble out of trouble, keeping her eyes up the floor. Kicking it to Dufresne for a three, no. Rebound goes to the Gators. Oh, thought Vega got away with a foul there. South Terrebonne coming down the floor. Cariana Stokes to Arsenault. Shot fake back to Cariana Stokes.
My goodness.
Into the paint, stolen away. Lady Tarpons haven't beat down the floor. Here's Rogers at the rim, lays it up and in. There's another one of your runouts that you were calling for. Turtle, it's a 6-point game.
Yes, indeed. Much needed to settle down.
Now Tarpons with one foul to give. Oh, Verdon shoots a quick shot. Got it. 34-30. Long pass. Rogers, is she aware? They get it to Dufresne at the buzzer. No. And we have played 3 frenetic quarters with South Lafourche up 34-30. Put on your seatbelts. And by the way, we got a whole nother game coming after this one. We'll be back in 1 minute with the fourth quarter on the Tarpon Sports Radio Network. Welcome back here We start the fourth quarter. Lady Tarpons in possession first. They have Vega, Rogers, Lyons, Savoie, and Repstock on the floor. Vega gets it to Rogers. Now Savoie working at 2, Repstock. Patient offense from South Lafourche to get it to the middle, Lyons. Lyons turn his face, goes to the rim, draws the foul. Atta girl. Good strong move there from Nyla. It is on 1-2. 12? That'd be Stokes.
12 or 2-2. I don't.
Yeah, we couldn't tell. I don't. Yeah, it's either 12 or 22. If it's 12, it'd be Sanaya Stokes' fourth. It'd be a huge call. Well, the gentleman in the stands over here is signaling 4. So I think it might have been on Sanaya Stokes. Lady Tarpons got to convert the line in this fourth quarter. Nyla just made the first. It's 35-30. You just get the feeling, don't you, boys, that we're about to see some crazy stuff happen in the next 7:47.
Whoever makes the most free throws winning this game.
Absolutely. It's coming.
Nyla made them both there, and it's a 6-point game. Weird things happen when these teams face one another in any sport. We talked about that all week on Play-by-Play. Fleming. Stokes gets it to Verdon. Verdon is fouled by Alea Savoie. That'll be her third. I just think the South Lafourche depth is a little better than the Lady Gators. If they could keep their key pieces out there, their bench minutes have been a little stronger. There's a 3-point try in the corner, no. Rebound goes to Lyons. Long pass down the floor, Vega, and she walked. Got to put the ball on the floor. And Cammie Pete will check into the game.
I know Nyla is great, but I think in this game here, if Repstock can play the entire fourth quarter, Lady Tarpons win.
Yeah. 6-point game, 7:10 to go. Stokes picks up her dribble. Will toss it out to Verdon. Now they get it to Arsenault. She is a shooter. Missed them all so far today, though. Rogers gets the rebound. Lady Tarpons looking to push. Rogers will get it to Petrie. Too far under the bucket, and then she steps on the baseline out of bounds line.
We don't have to fast break.
Yeah, I don't understand it, but we saw the same issues in the Terrebonne game. It's a team that struggles to slow down the basketball. Stokes gets it to Verdon. Now Arsenault, she's going to make one eventually. There it is. She is a good shooter. She's had several clean looks. She converts that one. Now Savoie feeds it inside to Repstock. Dribbles through some traffic. Gets it to Lyons at the rim. No. Rebound goes to the floor. And they're trapped. And it'll be a jump ball. The arrow points to South Terrebonne.
Nyla's got to be careful. If you wrap your arms around someone, sometimes they call that a foul.
6:28 to go. The Lady Tarpons lead by 3. This has not been the prettiest game, but it has been fairly entertaining. Arsenault gets it to Verdon. Back to Arsenault. Just made the 3 a second ago. Now Cariana Stokes working on Petrie. Good defense. Got it back in the corner. Got it. And it's a 1-point game. 36-35. Repstock in the middle to Petrie. Back to the middle, Repstock. Gets it to Rogers. Rogers into traffic, shoots it up. Offensive foul.
A good call.
She made the layup. It would have been either an and one or a charge. They go with the charge, and as Brian said, I do think that was a good call.
Yep. Lady Gator was in perfect position. That's an easy decision to make.
5:56 to go in regulation. South Lafourche was up 6 a second ago. They're up 1 now. South Terrebonne trying to retake the lead. Arsenault gets it to Verdon, mid-range, no. Rebound goes to the other Verdon, Kaya, who missed it. Rebound goes to South Terrebonne under the bucket, and a good foul from Alea Savoie. On the floor, not the worst foul. It was about ready to be a Sanaya Stokes layup, but that is the 4th foul on Alea.
Yeah, good hustle foul. If not, I think you have an open layup.
And the Lady Tarpons got to remember the fundamentals, man. 1 or 2 blockouts will make all the difference in the world in some of these chaotic possessions.
Arsenault shot fake. Gets it to the middle. Verdon. No. Rebound goes up. No. Rebound now to Lyons. Getting it out of traffic. Lyons pushing it all the way down the floor at the rim. My goodness. Oh, Nyla just said, hey, I'm going score, and that's what she did, coast to coast. Cariana Stokes working on Rogers. They get it to Verdon, now to Cutting Stokes. And Nyla's going to tie it up. How many times has Nyla Lyons, with the 3 fouls, tied someone up?
A lot is the answer.
Yeah.
Way too many times for us to feel comfortable.
And now it'll be a timeout, I think, by Coach Jenkins.
Yeah, full
timeout. Gentlemen, we'll keep it here. It's a 3-point game in the 4th quarter. South Lafourche is in the lead, but they are far from home safe. Turtle, I'll start with you. If you're Coach Jenkins in that timeout huddle right now, what are you telling the ladies?
It's the same thing that I've been saying all game. You, Coach Kylie, we've all been saying all game. Like, it doesn't have to be an emergency. Look, if there's a scoring opportunity, by all means, please go get us a bucket. But look, once we cross, like South Terrebonne is playing such frantic, fast-paced defense, they're gonna foul you. It doesn't have to be so urgent. Just 1 or 2 swings here and there. We're gonna get a layup. We're gonna find Nyla in the post. We're gonna have our opportunities. We don't need to just shoot a 3 on the first swing just because we're kind of open. Like it just doesn't need to be played that way. I don't understand why we're playing so fast.
If you're the Lady Gators, what are you trying to do to rally back and make the?
If it's possible, make this game ugly.
Yeah.
Make this last 3-4 minutes of this game where it's out of control, where you can maybe get Nyla making a cheap foul. But look, the Gators are running some sets on offense. They're getting the ball in the paint. They're missing.
Just not scoring. Yeah. 5:12 to go for the coaches on the sidelines. That's going to feel like an eternity. Rogers dribbles through, gets it to Vega. Vega forces it inside, throws it away. Tried to get it to Repstock. Sanaya Stokes in transition. Lions can't foul, and they'll lay it up and in. Good job by Nyla not attacking the ball there. She'll dribble through in the press break. Lions at the rim. No, gets her own rebound, and it'll go to Stokes. Stokes will take it away. Gators trying to take the lead. Stokes, and she's fouled from behind by Nyla Lyons. That'll be her 4th.
They all think it's her 5th, but it is.
And it is not. Yeah, it is not. They're about ready to be very disappointed. Stokes will inbound the basketball. Tense moments. Rogers steals it. Gets it to Petrie. Now back to Rogers across the timeline. Now back to Petrie. Repstock has had a hot hand. Gets it to Summers for a 3. No. Rebound goes to the Gators. Rush possession again, but Summers is a good shooter, though. That's not a terrible shot. They get it inside to Verdon. On lines, Repstock takes the charge. They don't get the call. Summers pulls it away. Lady Tarpons in transition. Just got to settle down here, ladies. 4:13 to go. Petrie to Summers. Inside to Lyons. She's fouled.
She's out.
She knew it. As soon as the foul was committed, she ran off the floor.
Excellent job by Lyons getting in position and stepping towards the ball to catch the pass. Drew a foul and made sure it wasn't a turnover.
Let's see if they could free Nyla up in the paint here as Cariana Stokes checks into the game for Micaiah Verdon, who's fouled out. Instead, Petrie wide open, need it. Oh, strong. Rebound the Lions. Lions on the block, shoots it up and in. Good, strong move from Nyla Lyons. It's a 3-point game with 4 minutes to go. Sanaya Stokes. Lions has to sag off with the 4. They get it to Cariana Stokes. Now Arsenal for a 3. Banked it in. It is 40-40. Rogers. Across midcourt to Summers. Now Repstock. Back to Summers. Lady Tarpons being patient. Lions will attack off the bounce into the lane. How about it? Nyla Lyons scores it again. It's 42-40.
No one stepping up to take a charge on that one. She had a clear lane, easy layup.
Now Stokes into the lane. Good Euro. Missed it. Rebound goes to Summers, and she'll throw it away. Well, you got to be more poised with the basketball there. 3:12 to go. I think a timeout is called by South Terrebonne. I think it's a 30. So we'll see if they could get a quick hitter here. Lady Tarpons are in front, but it's close, and I just can't escape that feeling, and I've been telling y'all at every commercial break, it's going to come down to one shot at the end of this game, and I don't know if it's going to go in or not, but I think it'll come down to one shot at the end of this one.
If I'm the Lady Gator coaching staff here, I'm telling them right now, let Lions have the ball at the top, and you take a. She's not stopping, and you get her 5th foul.
And she's also cramping, which is an issue for South Lafourche. She's been stretched out by Treya Bruce.
Appears to be okay. Standing up, not really limping, hydrating.
I know this is going to take a lot to get her out of the game, but we'll see if the cramps can maybe slow her down a little bit. And that's one thing, conditioning. She's just fresh off of sitting for about a month and a half, 2 months with the leg injury. Fleming. They get it into Arsenault. Now back inside. Oh, boy. That'll go out of bounds to South Lafourche. That could have very easily been the 5th foul. But Tarpons catch a break there. Savoie to Lions. Back to Savoie across the timeline to Summers. Steps into it. No. Rebound to Rogers on the floor. Rogers has it to Rebstock, loses it to Arsenault. Now Savoie has it, and a foul will be called on Arsenault. That's the 2nd team foul of the quarter on the Gators. Tell you what, this has been a crazy game. This has been a crazy game. A lot of drama in this one. Savoie to Rogers, into Lyons. Lyons is doubled, gets it out to Savoie for a 3. Short, never got over the rim. Lady Tarpons tried to tie it up and they have the arrow. Good job by Kira Summers tying it up.
This is when you pull the fancy one out of your back pocket that's going to like really trick the defense, get an easy layup on a baseline out of bounds play. Whichever one you've been holding on to, now's the time.
Maybe a 3 from Rogers. High arcing. No. Rebound goes to Arsenault. They've got him down the floor. Long pass, but they can't execute the long pass. 2:41 to go. South Lafourche will be in possession. Lions to Savoie. Back to Lions. Now to Rogers. It's poked out of bounds. Both teams have 3 team fouls. Both teams have 1 foul to give.
Each have 3 timeouts.
Yeah, 3 timeouts apiece. Rogers. Cross midcourt to Summers. Now Savoie. See if they could get Lions on the block. Rebstock for a 3 ain't a bad idea either. Missed that one. Rebound goes to Savoie. Shoots up and draw the foul. So Alea Savoie will be attempting probably the 2 biggest free throws of her varsity career to this point. See if she could convert at the line. 9th grader.
Did they call on 22?
They're saying 5 on whoever it's on. Someone is fouled out of the game. There's the young lady who just committed the foul, Kaya Verdon.
Played a heck of a game tonight, man. She made some big plays. A lot of right place, right time, except just a few too many fouls.
So Micaiah and Kaya Verdon have both fouled out of the game. Alea Savoie at the line. Missed the first. I think a good decision by Coach Jenkins. I know the temptation's there to have Lions inside, and she is an animal on the glass, but you don't want her picking up her 5th here. See if Savoie could convert. She banked it in, 43-40. Arsenault with 2:20 to go. They'll get it into Fleming, and she traveled. That was Alea Fleming, caught it, was not expecting the ball, and she traveled. And we've been mentioning throughout the broadcast, I think the depth advantage was South Lafourche. Now 2 reserves on the floor with the fouls. They get it into Rebstock. They converge and steal it away. Here comes South Terrebonne, Arsenault. Arsenault reversing it to Stokes. Now 3-pointer Fleming, air ball. Rebound goes to Lions. 2 minutes to go. Long pass to Summers. Catch it and pull it out. Lions with a head of steam at the rim. She may have just fouled out of the game. It's an easy call from the officials. It would have been an and one, but I think they got the call right.
Yeah, man, that was an easy call, and it looks like I was coming with her support staff, and the crowd is getting a little talking to from the police officer.
So a timeout is called by South Terrebonne. If you're the Tarpons, hey, look, you're up 3. You are in the bonus. Just keep getting stops and make free throws. You're still in a good spot. That's what I'd be telling the ladies if I'm Coach Jenkins, Coach Colley, is that, look, I know probably our best players just fouled out of the game, but all is far from lost. We still are in a great spot in this game.
Oh, without a doubt. But if now you want to slow it down, it's kind of hard for them to slow down when they've been going so fast the whole game. But yeah, you got a 3-point lead right now on the road. If you handle the basketball and make free throws, you win in this game.
The Gators will have possession. Rebounding, I think, will now be an issue with Nyla out of the game. Everybody's got a box out. You got to rebound as a team now.
Now, how patient can the Lady Tarpons be without Lions in there?
At this point, it's all about poise and self-control at this point.
And then one thing with the Lady Tarpons being over the limit, South Terrebonne hadn't made a free throw in ages, it feels like. If they get to the line, can they convert? They were 3 of 13 in the first half. South Lafourche bringing pressure. Long home run pass to Stokes. Sava deflects it, steals it, but it'll be out of bounds. Boy, I thought Stokes got away with a little shove there on Savoie.
Yeah.
And that would have been her 5th.
And I think she hit it out of bounds.
But the Gators will keep it under their basket. They work it to Arsenault. Arsenault with a 3. No. Rebound to Stokes. Savoie all over it. And a foul is being called. Stokes has just fouled out of the game. A foul is being called from behind on Stokes on the rebound, yes. And she has just fouled out of the game. We think that's 5. We know it's bonus. It could be 4. We apologize. But, yeah, it will for sure be bonus. And great hustle for the Lady Tarpons down that rebound. And now Savoie, who
Miss Connie's not saying nothing.
I think it's 4.
Got confused with the 2 Stokes both being out.
Savoie needs to give her team at least 1. She missed that one. Coach Jenkins telling Savoie, just relax. You and the rim. In the words of Happy Gilmore, just send it home.
It'll be her in the white square. Will she make it?
Missed that one. Rebound goes to Stokes. Now you got to stop the ball. Lyons was defending her earlier. She into traffic. She committed an offensive foul. Now she may have just fouled out of the game. A charge called on Stokes. That's 5. She's out. So the best player probably both ways now have fouled out of the game.
And that was a huge call. I'd like to see the replay on that. The timing of the whistle and
I thought that there was a massive travel before the charge.
It was. It definitely was.
That's what I thought the whistle was for. I thought the whistle was for the travel.
Now, the Lady Gators, who have 3 reserves out there now. These are some young girls. Can they get the ball back? Summers throws it late. It's stolen away. South Lafourche trying to tie it up, and we have a timeout by South Terrebonne with 1:27 to go. Gentlemen, these are the games that are why coaches are bald and have white hair, because this one has been very, very difficult situationally for both teams.
And I'm just so relaxed right now.
How you
watching
feeling over
this
there?
game.
His hair is turning from white back to dark watching this game.
Man, how about the atmosphere in this gym? How loud is it? And it's not even 80% capacity. I mean, just an average crowd, but man, the energy, the noise is another level in here.
The Tarpons just don't foul. Whatever you do, you want that clock running right now. Just don't foul.
Make South Terrebonne make a field goal, right? Don't give them any free throws.
No, Riley Arsenault, make sure you guard her.
With Stokes and the 2 Verdons fouled out, South Terrebonne will look to attack. Cariana Stokes has it to Arsenault. 1:20 to go in regulation. We knew in the first quarter foul outs would be an issue. The Gators get it to Fleming. Now to Alea Fleming, working around to Arsenault for a three block. And Repstock has it. Lady Tarpons have numbers. Rogers will pull it out. 1 minute to go. To Savoie. Savoie with a good catch. Summers loses it, gets it back, and a timeout. Wow. After what was a discombobulated possession, Coach Jenkins gets a timeout.
What a great defensive play by Summers with the block. She closed out her hand up high and got the block on Arsenault. Arsenault can shoot it. That was a good job of getting that block.
57 seconds, I believe, left in regulation. I just get the feeling we're going to be playing more than 57 seconds for whatever reason.
Lady Tarpons are going to finish strong right here.
They do have possession. Brian, if you're South Terrebonne, when do you foul? South Lafourche has been turnover happy and has been rushing up shots. Do you give them a chance to kind of mess this up for themselves?
Oh, yeah, I would wait maybe 6-7 seconds at the most.
And then you would put them on the line.
Yes.
South Terrebonne does have the arrow. Savoie looking to get it in. She does to Rivera. Rivera is one of the ones you'd want shooting the free throws. Rogers gets it to Repstock. Tarpons working it around the horn. Back to Repstock. Another one of the ones you'd want shooting the free throws. Rogers gets it to Repstock, and she'll lose it, but Repstock saves it under the basket. Summers at the rim. Yeah! It's 45 to 40. 33 seconds to go. Fleming loses it. South Lafourche has it. Savoie. Now the Gators have to foul, and Savoie is fouled with 25.5 to go. It's now starting to feel like if the Lady Tarpons do not foul and protect the ball, that they're in pretty good shape here.
Yeah.
Hard to exhale with the way this game has been going. I certainly understand that.
Slow down here. Good job right here by Coach Jenkins getting her players back right here.
Yeah, go play some defense. See if Savoie could give them one. Made that one. Tell you what, if she makes this one, it's going to be real tough for the Gators.
Yeah.
3-possession game.
Pulling them out of the press, possibly here. Yes,
Here come the Gators. They need 2 threes. Long pass right to the Lady Tarpon defense. South Lafourche has it to Rivera. 17 seconds to go. The Gators have to foul. Rogers feeds it into the paint. Summers will lay it up, and then it's over. South Lafourche will get to 3-0 in district play. Everything now is just a formality. Arsenault gets it to the corner for a 3 at the buzzer, and the Lady Tarpons get a 48-40 win over South Terrebonne in a very competitive, very hard-fought game. Both teams competed, and it's the Lady Tarpons who get a big signature win, a big PowerPoint win, and are now 3-0 in district play. Look, let's catch a 3-minute break. When we get back, we'll put a bow on this one. We'll get our Gin Gators Power Player of the game, and then we'll reset for the boys as the Lady Tarpons get to 3-0 in district. We'll be back in 3 minutes here on the Tarpon Sports Radio Network.